What's going on, everybody? America Football Network here with another video today. And today we are bringing you guys our USC Michigan preview and prediction video. But before we get started, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Help me reach that goal of 2,200 subscribers by the end of September. Make sure you guys check out the description for links to our shop, which you see right here on the screen, our podcast, our website, our Patreon page, and our College Football Roundup channel. So check all that stuff out. Head over to the shop, get you some cool merch, and help support the show. But let's go ahead and jump into today's video with Michigan and USC. You look at this game, both these teams, they've been pretty successful, I would say, in the past. For both of them, both programs have been pretty successful in the past, especially Michigan. USC could be a little questionable, especially with how last year went. But for the most part, they've both been successful in the last few years. USC comes into this one 2-0 on the season, had a nice win week one against LSU, one of the best games of week one. They won that one 27-20, and then killed Utah State the week later, 48-0, and then had a bye week last week. So USC comes in fresh off a bye week into Michigan. Michigan, on the other hand, struggling a little bit. They beat Fresno State 30-10, then lost to Texas at home 31-12. And then beat Arkansas State 28-18 at home as well. So Michigan also yet to go on the road here so far in this one. Two big games at home, two top 15 teams coming in that they've got at home. So that's that's nice for them. They lost the first one. We'll see how they can do in this one. The spread on this game is Southern Cal favored by 6.5. The over/under set at 46.5. And this is the 3:30 game on CBS. But when I look at this game, I break it down into the three deciding factors. Number one is, can Michigan find a passing game? They're switching to Alex Orji here for this game. Davis Warren has not been it. I mean, you look at his numbers, they're right there on the screen, 48 of 72, 444 yards, 2 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. He hasn't been it. They're switching to Orji now. But Colston Loveland potentially is going to be out for this game. And you see him right here on the screen. He's their leading receiver on the year, 19 catches, 187 yards, a touchdown. He's the leading receiver for them, and he might be out. So you're making a change at quarterback because your last one couldn't keep the ball, you couldn't keep possession of the ball, to a new guy. And now on top of that, your leading receivers out. Your outside wide receivers are terrible. They can't get any separation. So it's like Loveland is really your main target and about your only target who can do anything through the air over the middle. It's rough for Michigan. It's rough for Michigan, and I don't know if they're going to be able to find a pass game or not. I think the move to bring Orji in is kind of a realization that, hey, our receivers suck. Davis Warren can't hit. He couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat. And so you look now, you try and bring Orji in, and that's going to – it'll at least help open up the run game a little bit because he can factor in the quarterback run. But it's going to be tough if they can't throw the ball, especially in this game, because this USC defense has played more physical and aggressive than they've played in probably than any Lincoln Riley defense has ever played. This defense looks great so far in this one. They're going to be flying around. Michigan is not just going to be able to run the ball and out-physical them the entire game. USC will stop that running game. So that's really the first factor for me is, can Michigan find a pass game? Because if not, USC can just put 8 in the box. They might even just put 8 in the box even if Michigan is throwing the ball a little bit. They don't care because the receivers, they can't get separation. So that's what it is. Can Michigan find a pass game? Because if not, then USC is going to load the box up and they're going to stop the run game, and it's going to be another long day for Michigan fans. Number 2, Miller Moss versus that Michigan secondary and defense. Michigan's offense is terrible. That secondary is elite, headlined by Will Johnson. I'm interested to see how these USC receivers and Miller Moss play against this team, because this is a part of the game that could really swing the other way. If Michigan can't pass the ball, but USC can't either, then this starts to lean in favor of Michigan a little bit more. I think that this is a matchup that's going to be fun to watch. You got all these stars on the outside at receivers, just all these playmakers on the outside at receiver for USC. And then you look back on the inside for USC at tight end, you got Lake McCree. He's their leading receiver as well in this game. Now, it's going to be fun to watch because you also have guys, Kyron Hudson, big dude, Zachariah Branch, Jacoby Lane, Kyle Ford, Deuce Robinson. Like, they have guys on the outside that are going to make plays. We all remember those 2 catches Kyron Hudson had in that game against LSU. Just insane. Jacoby Lane had a few more good big catches. He had the touchdown catch in that game. So it's like, this is a team that has dudes, Makai Lemon. They have guys on the outside, and Michigan's going to have to stop them because if not, it's going to be, like I said, a long day. We're going to see USC go into Michigan and do the same thing Texas just did to them. Number 3 for me is turnovers. This could be a huge part in this game. It's already a huge part in every game that's played, but especially in this one, when you look, USC has turned the ball over 1 time offensively this season. They had 1 fumble. They hadn't thrown a pick, and their turnover margins +1. They've created 2. They've gave up 1. On the other turn from Michigan, they've turned the ball over 7 times. 7 times. 6 of those are interceptions from Davis Warren, so he at least won't be playing. But you have a -4 turnover margin as well. You've only created 3 all season, and you really haven't played that good of teams. You played Arkansas State and Fresno State, and then Texas, who obviously is a powerhouse, but only creating 3 turnovers. Which I guess in turn, if you really think about it, that is pretty solid. That's a turnover a game. But when you're averaging almost 3 turnovers a game offensively, that isn't good at all. And so that's going to be something that they're going to have to fix for sure. They're averaging a little over 2 turnovers a game. So you're going to have to fix that. So those are my biggest 3 factors. Number 1, can Michigan find a pass game with Colston Loveland potentially out? Number 2, Miller Moss first at Michigan secondary. Who's going to win that battle? Number 3, turnovers, because Michigan haven't been good at it. So now to my score prediction. We mentioned earlier the spread in this one is USC favored by 6.5. The over-under set at 46.5. So looking at this one, I have USC winning this game 31-17. That would hit the over at 48, but it's close. Again, that over-under is not one I would mess with. I would probably take USC for the spread in this game, but it's going to be an interesting game. I think Michigan can win this game, but it's going to be tough and difficult for them. They got a lot of work to do. But that is my score prediction: USC 31, Michigan 17. So we appreciate all of you guys checking us out today. Make sure you like and subscribe and drop a comment down below.